Yep, so how's it going, everybody? Here at my baby girl. So we're watching. I just got done watching the. Well, first of all, yeah, I just got done watching the Mortal Kombat movie, so we'll definitely talk about that. I know I didn't put up a video last week. I do apologize. We kind of had issues with sound quality and camera quality. So as you see, the camera quality is a little bit better now. Got a brand new camera. Trying to see if the sound doesn't come in good. If there's issues with the sound still, I'm gonna try to get more better equipment for sound quality. So what we got here. So definitely want to talk about, again, the new Mortal Kombat movie. I think this is a first-time director. It's the first time this guy's directed anything. He's never directed a movie before this. And this was shot on a budget of $50 million. And I gotta say, Zakia, come on, baby. So I gotta honestly say, I thought it was cool. It was alright. It wasn't. I don't think the movie was that good. It was a little disappointing, honestly. That was not. It was not what I expected it to be. This is one of those cases too with movies where the trailer is really deceiving, because that trailer makes it look like it's going to be an amazing film. Turns out it's not going to be that amazing. So so here's my thing with it. And I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil anything because the movie just came out Friday. What's up, baby? So I'm not gonna spoil it. Like I said, the thing is that when you're watching it, like, okay, so I guess they got the first 7 minutes posted on YouTube, and if you watch it, that's probably like one of the best scenes in the movie is that first 7 minutes. That's the fight between, and it's not a spoiler, this is in the trailer, this is the fight between SubZero and Scorpion. And this is their first encounter. It's like I said, the rest of the movie, it's really not what I expected it. Like the lore is a little weird. Me being a Mortal Kombat fan, you know, I own Mortal Kombat 10 or Mortal Kombat X on PlayStation 4. I own Mortal Kombat 11 on Xbox One. I've been playing Mortal Kombat since the very first Mortal Kombat in '92, so I've been playing for a while. Huge fan. I know all the obscure characters that were in it, things of that nature. You know, I know basically beyond the basic characters. So there was a couple characters in here I didn't appreciate how they did them, and I will kind of get to that. There were some oddball decisions made in this movie that I didn't particularly care for. You know, and they're talking about doing future installments for the Mortal Kombat movie, so I don't know how these would fare in the future films. I don't know how they would fix them. But I don't know, it's like, okay, so there's a fight. Again, I'm not going to ruin anything. There's a fight in the movie, and so the way this what I mean by some of the fights are just weird. Like, so there's a fight scene where like 3 different people are fighting at the exact same time. So the camera is so frantic, it's cutting everywhere, and it kind of felt like it blended in a little bit. Like there were times where I couldn't really tell who was fighting each other, and I was like, oh, okay, so keeping up with, okay, so these guys are fighting, and such. So, but I thought it was just oddly edited. There was just too much going on, and then it just felt like this movie didn't really know what type of movie it wanted to be, because like from the first movie, or from that first scene to the rest of the movie, it felt like it was different a little bit. Like it just felt weird. The story I don't think was that good. Because what I mean is like, and this is what I mean by weird decisions. So they put this character in there. This new character's name is Cole Young, and he has absolutely nothing to do with Mortal Kombat. Anyone who doesn't know their Mortal Kombat, I definitely know my Mortal Kombat, and I'll tell you, Cole Young is not a character in Mortal Kombat. This is a new character they put in there, and I thought it was weird because they said they were trying to pull in new audiences and old audience, they're trying to pull in new audiences and the old audiences, like people who know their Mortal Kombat. That's fine and all, but I felt like Cole Young was a little. I thought he just had no personality. Like I felt nothing for him. I felt nothing about him. They try to include his family to give him personality. Like literally, like his family has more screen time than a lot of the more screen time than I think I really cared for, because they didn't really do anything. They didn't add anything to the story, so I don't understand why they, other than trying to tell you like he has a personality, he has family. This is why they basically put him in there, and I don't think that worked. I don't think it worked at all. Honestly, Cole could have been completely cut from this movie. I felt he was an unnecessary character. Again, he was boring. He gets beat down pretty frequently. Like he gets smoked. Like he sucks. Like he sucks really bad. Like there's a scene where he's like he starts losing a fight that he's actually winning. So if that's his arcana is to get dropped like in every scene, man. This dude was getting decimated by his opponents, man. Like how are you winning a fight? And then like it cuts back to you and you're losing. Like he doesn't like. Yeah, he's a useless character, very useless. I thought the editing was weird. The script isn't that good. I find it weird that, and this is coming from the perspective of a writer. Like, I write novels, write scripts, but I don't feel like the script and some of the dialogue was that strong either. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because there's too many, and it's just like in the action, it's just too many jump cuts. It's just too many cuts. Calm down with the cuts. like we don't need that much, you know. It's just like this movie. Oh man, this movie it's frustrating how it's just a frustrating film to think about, because like on one hand there's an inkling of a good movie in there, but it's definitely no 1995 Mortal Kombat by Paul W. Sanderson. Oh yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to bring up too. Speaking of, because the thing with the 1995 Mortal Kombat that I liked was it was pretty straight to the point. It had fight scenes in it. No, there was no violence or cussing in it, but Johnny Cage kind of said his occasional, 4-letter words, but like the thing is like with that Mortal Kombat though is everybody made a joke of it, and then like everybody had personality. So like everybody who was with Raiden, like all the Outworld, the Outworld fighters, pretty much, they all had like a camaraderie. All of them came together, and you felt that, like, you're like, okay, yeah, all these people are cool together, like, you know, they all play off of each other. And here in this Mortal Kombat 2021, the character that really kind of gave me anything was Kano. And that was weird because I did not expect Kano to be the highlight of this whole movie. Like, Kano is literally the only character that reacts to everything. There's a part where Liu Kang throws a fireball and he's like, whoa, he's like, oh my goodness. But everybody else around him, now this is Sonya and all them. This is the first time ever seeing anything like this, according to the movie's rules, which the movie breaks over and over and over again. They break so many rules in this movie. But there's a part where he freaks out like, whoa, you know, that was a fireball? Nobody else even reacts. Nobody else reacts to that. Like, everybody's cool with it. Kano's the only one who says something about it. You want popcorn? Yeah. Yeah, we had popcorn last. I was trying to watch Mortal Kombat last night, and I fell asleep, and we were eating popcorn. So I finished it up this morning. But I just felt like it's just kind of weird, man. It's a weird movie. I wanted to hop on it because, like I said, the movie just came out like a couple of days ago. So I don't know, like it just like, it's like, you know, when you're I just feel like when you're writing characters, your characters have to do something. Thank you, Sean. Your characters have to do something. Your characters have to have some form of personality. Because when I write my books and stuff, that's the one thing I love doing more than anything. I love creating characters, and I love putting characters in situations. And I'm always thinking back in my mind, okay, when I put a character in this situation, how are they going to react? And it's not just one character; it's every character. Because everybody reacts to situations differently. And I kind of wish this new Mortal Kombat movie had more of that, and it didn't. Again, it only had Kano reacting to everything, and I kind of wish they expanded on that. If they had just did more than just Kano reacting to everything, then the characters would have had more personality. We would have seen more come out of them. And you know, and my thing too is is this not spoiling that for you, is it, Shy? Because I'm not spoiling nothing in the video. I know you. Huh? I'm not gonna watch it anymore. Okay, yeah, so I'm sticking to non-spoilers. It like I said, the movie just came out. I think so. Oh yeah, I have a lot to go through with this movie. I've got some, and maybe some of these sound like fanboy gripes because, again, I know Mortal Kombat, and my daughter, she knows Mortal Kombat too. So you're going to be kind of mad at some things in that movie, Shy. So yeah, let's talk about Rico for a minute. I'm sorry, this is bothering me. I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit. Let me talk about Rico real quick. I wish I had a picture of him. Rico. Like, okay, man, that's not Rico. This might be like a fan gripe, but that's not Rico, man. Okay, because they put Rico in there to fight Jax, and Rico's like this big, stupid dude with a hammer, and like he's that's not Rico, man. Rico from Mortal Kombat. He's like a much slimmer dude. He kind of looks like a ninja, and he has like the white eyes, and he has like the black guy line around his eyes, and he looks like he's like a ninja basically. He throws ninja stars and all that stuff. He does have the hammer, but like, you know, like, come on, man. Like, really, that's not Rico. That's all I wanted. That was a character complaint. I'm sorry, not Rico at all. Uh, what else was I gonna say too? Yeah, that was another thing that bothered me too. So now I mentioned Cole Young because the fact that Cole Young is the main character in here, all the Mortal Kombat characters get sidelined. So literally, Sonya Blade, Jax, no, they're secondary characters. They're not forefront characters, which threw me off because I'm like, well, Cole Young is so uninteresting. If y'all couldn't even make him interesting, why didn't you just use any other Mortal Kombat character? If you weren't going to do Johnny Cage, who's not in the movie at all, I'm like, well, okay, so you're staying away from Johnny Cage. So apparently, like, you could use any other Mortal Kombat character. Every character in the Mortal Kombat lore, the Mortal Kombat universe, they all have interesting stories, and you just completely sideline everybody else, and you make Cole, this really boring guy, the front runner of your story, and I didn't appreciate that. She's quiet. She's staying occupied. So that's the thing. Like I know for a fact that if because I know they're talking about doing more sequels to Mortal Kombat, but overall, I find the first outing is not a good start. It's not a good start. It's not. I mean, it's better than. It's at least better than Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I think anything is better than Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Oh my goodness, that movie is so bad. That's one of the worst Mortal Kombat. That might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Period. That movie was garbage. And I've seen some background to it too. So that's pretty interesting background to that movie. But so I didn't really care for the ending that much because there's a reveal at the end. And they point out to this character, and I'm like, oh, okay, and they make throughout the excuse me, throughout the movie, they make all these nods, other than them saying, they say finish him and flawless victory, and Shang Tsung says your soul is mine, you have all those nods, and then like, I thought the nod with Kano and Liu Kang when they were training, that nod was actually kind of funny because I used to play like that too in Mortal Kombat. Back then, we used to just hit each other with the foot sweep. That was kind of funny. I laughed at that because I kind of could relate to that. And then there's characters that aren't in the movie that they made nods to. I'm not gonna ruin them, but there are a few nods. If you that also I also did not like how they did my girl Melina. I'm also a Melina fan, and they did my girl Melina dirty throughout the whole movie. They barely even gave her. I don't even think she even had any lines. I don't think they gave her any lines. And that was another problem with this movie, is like they were just throwing in Mortal Kombat characters and just not giving them anything to do, but just like fight and just give them no personality or no background. Like I said, Melina has a background story. Melina wants to conquer Outworld, and this is in the video game, not the movie, but in a video game, Melina eventually wants to become the conqueror of Outworld. She's actually the clone of Katana, Princess Katana, which hopefully they bring in the later movies. I mean, she's like a main character in Mortal Kombat. That was weird. They didn't even go with that. Like that was kind of odd. But I don't know. It was just like there were some really odd choices in this one. So I don't know. That's pretty much my whole rant. I went on for about like 20 minutes. But yeah, like I said, man, it wasn't really that interesting. I didn't really care for if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, definitely go see it. Like like I said, that's the only reason why I tried to go see it. I made it my mission to go see it because I am a Mortal Kombat fan. So that's it. That's it for this video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video.